31st Judicial District Drug Court. I'm Chief Judge Dan Kreitz, and I want to tell you a little bit about the history about the drug court and kind of tell you what's expected of each of you as you enter the drug court here in the 31st Judicial District. Background, a little history. This drug court was not my idea at all. The idea was the idea of our sheriff at that time, Sheriff Tom Williams. He came to me and Judge Tom Saxton and said, I want you to do a drug court. And my initial response was, why? And his response was, because we need it. And I didn't want to do it, was reluctant to do it because I knew that it was a lot of work, and I knew it was something that was not required under the law. And I knew it would take a lot of time and effort for staff and individuals to do. And it wasn't something we had to do. But he talked to me and Judge Saxton, and we agreed to study it. We went through a period. We actually obtained a feasibility grant, and then we went and looked at other drug courts. We looked at drug courts and visited drug courts, and I say we, it was actually a team of individuals, anywhere from 8 to 15 people from our drug court team. Those individuals would have been law enforcement, community corrections officers, supervisors of community corrections, court personnel, and treatment providers. And we looked at these other drug courts and visited one in Emporia, one in Topeka, one in Wichita, and then also one in Missouri. About halfway through the process, I bought in and thought this is something we needed to do. And so thereafter, it was the team just developing a plan on how we would do our drug court. There aren't any statutes in Kansas on drug courts, so you can model the drug court under basically after other drug courts. There's no set rules on how you have to do them, but you have to do them within the other statutes that are applied. And we set ours up, and similar to the Emporia drug court. The issue with this drug court, Sheriff Williams' idea of the drug court was pretty simple. His idea was that we can help people. We can do more for them. We can make them better parents. We can make them better citizens. We can make them better spouses. And we can do that through drug court. Bottom line is, he was right. And that's the idea of the drug court. The whole process, as I said, was a team effort. The team has built this drug court and continues to work as a team. There's a lot of things expected of you as individuals in this drug court. You should have received a manual and had an opportunity to review that and ask questions about it. You're expected to be here each time in drug court unless you're excused. You're expected to be on time. You're expected to dress properly. You're expected to be honest and truthful, answer the questions. And that also applies with your community corrections officers, and it applies with the treatment providers. You have to be honest. You have to admit you have a problem and be willing to help yourself. We cannot help anybody that won't help themselves. It just doesn't work. And we have a great team who works very hard. It's important to realize that all this drug court is not something we are required to do. This is extra work, a lot of extra work for a lot of people. And the only reason we're doing this is to try and help each of you. And it takes you working very hard. We can assist you, but we can only assist you. You're the one that has to make a difference in your life. You have to make that decision that you want to overcome your addiction, and that you want to be a better parent, that you want to be a better spouse. It's very important throughout this process that you not only have a good attitude, but that you support all the others in the program. That applies during all the counseling sessions. It applies during the entire process. Don't put anybody else down. Support each other. and that helps a lot. We've already had some graduates in this program. This program is always a work in progress. We're always looking for ways to improve it. It's not perfect, and I'll be the first to tell you that. But we are working hard, and we're always looking for ways we can make it better. And the bottom line is so that we can help you more, each and every one of you more, through your addiction. The other things you need to think about is when you come to court, make sure that you have any prescriptions you have. Don't bring any cigarettes, any lighters in the courtroom. Don't bring anything else that you're not supposed to have in the courtroom. Cooperate fully, act nice, dress appropriately. We look forward to working with you. I can tell you from a personal standpoint that drug court is probably the most emotionally draining thing I do as a judge. When we have these drug courts, we begin at 2 o'clock with staffing. Court starts at 3:30, and usually we finish sometime around 5 o'clock. We finished about as late as 5:45 before. But I am absolutely drained. And the reason is because all of us want each of you to succeed, and we want to see improvement. But it is a process, and addiction is terrible, and we realize that. We're going to do everything we can to help you. Appreciate you listening and seeing this video, and hopefully through this video we don't have to do this each time in court. That was the idea of having a video, so that this would be available to you, so it could be played by your community corrections officers. Thank you very much.